everybody, and welcome to Sundays with the Sprinkles. As always, I am Brett Sprinkle. Joined with me is Brandon Shanahan, and as always, Brandon, Tyler's not here. But we have a special guest today. It's Brian McSweeney, the voice of George Mason women's basketball. He's called 8 different sports over his 4-year college career. Currently, he's the play-by-play guy in the Appalachian Wooden Bat League for the Elizabethton River Cats. Brian McSweeney, how the hell are you? Thanks for joining us.
Doing great. How are you?
I'm chilling. So I have a little bit of an eye infection, and it looks gross. So I just wearing this. Actually, it looks so much worse now that I put the glasses up. Hey, but we're on the mend. We're on the recovery. It's just looking a little rough. That's why I'm wearing sunglasses inside at 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So
eye infection, is that just a medical phrase for pink eye?
No, it's actually I got a pimple on my eyelid. You dickhead.
I feel like
I didn't put poop.
Less gross.
I didn't put poop in. I didn't put any poop in my eye.
I feel like you should have just said pink eye. Eyeball pimples.
No, it's just an eye infection.
Eyeball pimples don't make anybody feel good.
Oh yeah, it wasn't great. It's been a rough week, that's for sure. But hey, like I said, we're on the other side of it, and it's the freaking weekend. And as soon as we get off of this, I'm gonna start drinking beer and go to the pool. So, speaking of that, Brian, how's Tennessee been for you?
Tennessee's been awesome. We are in Virginia right now. We're in Danville, leaving for Burlington, North Carolina in a little over an hour to play 2 games down there. Then we get Monday off. We've gone 6 games. It'll be over a 7-day stretch, Tuesday through Sunday, getting Monday off. That's going to be the schedule throughout the summer. This was the first week of that schedule. Then we're going to do that all the way through July. So,
fuck yeah! It's a lot of good experience.
On.
Fuck yeah, dude! I'm stoked for you. That's awesome. Actually, I'll introduce you to Brandon a little bit. Actually, I am the novice play-by-play broadcaster in here, to be sure. You guys have way more hours than I do. Brandon's been calling games. I mean, Brandon, I don't know exactly your entire career, but you've been calling high school basketball games, baseball games. I mean, you've been doing it like longer than me for sure.
Yeah, so I started my broadcast career in 2018 as a news reporter, and then eventually graduated to a larger station in West Central Iowa, where I was a news and sports director. Did all the high school sports there, and then moved down here to Dallas to do contract work. So lots of reps, a lot of gritty setups, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
And so Brian, let me ask you: so how does travel work? Like, do you travel with the team, or do you just kind of hitch your own ride? How does that work?
Travel with the team. Yeah, all the players, all the coaches. We have a data coordinator too that travels with us. That I'm actually rooming with. So the team is actually paying for all the housing. As far as hotel costs go, all that's actually paid for by the MLB, because we are the Appalachian League. Used to be a rookie league whenever there were 15 different minor leagues. Then when 2020 came around and they cut a lot of them, this turned into a summer collegiate. So, but it's still run by the MLB, so they still cover a lot of those costs. All they did pretty much was just change the team names around, because you can't be the Elizabethton Twins anymore. That's what we used to be, or Danville Braves. But so we're the River Riders. They're the Otterbots, and it's just a fun summer league for college guys to, they play their season in college, take a summer, play in this league, either go back to where their college is or they go pro.
Otterbots
Honestly,
is such a cool fucking name.
Those names are so much better than the Twins.
Dude, Otterbots and River Riders? Hell yeah, dude. I'm ready to go.
Otterbots, River Riders. There's Johnson City is the Doughboys, like a military kind of thing.
I fuck with that.
Tri-State up in Huntington, West Virginia, they're the Coal Cats. That's where, they're playing at Marshall's Field. Greenville is the Flyboys. I don't know if you remember when Tusculum came to Mason, but that is where Tusculum is it is in Greenville, Tennessee.
I've always got Tusculum on the brain, so yeah, it makes sense.
Trying to remember who. Bluefield, West Virginia, they're the Ridge Runners. There's the...
They're kind of stealing the River Riders thing, but whatever. The river, yeah.
Sock Puppets, that's who we play today, down in Burlington. Bristol is the State Liners, because it's the Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia line, so they're kind of taken from that concept, even though they're not playing in Bristol this year because they're building a new ballpark.
Stolen Valor, for sure.
I don't remember who else there is. There's Danville's the Otterbots. We're the River Riders. There's only 10 teams. It's a small league. There's like 300 players in it. Pulaski. There's the Pulaski River Turtles, and the Kingsport Axemen.
Okay.
Everyone's got the fun nickname.
God, that's so fucking cool. I wish. Why am I watching the stupid fucking MLB? I need to be watching that league. I'll have a lot more fun than watching the Mets.
Metropolitans.
Yeah. What the fuck even is a Metropolitan anyway? What a stupid fucking name. I'm such an idiot for liking that team.
Well, I mean, there are 2 Major League Baseball teams named after Sox, so I think the Mets are pretty cool. And New York, I think, has good old-timey names. The Knickerbockers, the Yankees, the Metropolitans. So I give them a pass, but yeah, like the Seattle Kraken and the Las Vegas Golden Knights feels a bit gimmicky, but not as like fun gimmicky as the Appalachian League.
Oh yeah, I'm still thinking about Otterbots. Like those are my guys. I'll die for that team.
I'm still waiting for whenever we get to Burlington. Apparently, the sock puppets have a chant. They play in what they call Sockville, and apparently there's a chant that they do that, if you're not a Burlington fan, can get very annoying. So we're going to wait and see what this is. And we play them twice, tomorrow, or today and tomorrow. So.
All right, well, make sure you send us a video of that chant, so that way we can get a little taste of it.
I also heard that they have one of the more sketchy press boxes in the league, so we're going to see what that's all about, too.
Love it.
Sketchy how? It's just like on 2 pieces of wood, just sitting there, just fucking swaying back and forth, like... Yeah, like whenever I hear Brandon talk about press boxes, I didn't realize how we had it fucking made over there at George Mason, because I'm sitting here thinking about that baseball press box is made back in like the 70s, is tiny, that baseball field stinks, but yeah, hearing Brandon talk about it, and like I mean, I'm sure you're going through it right now with some of the press boxes you're in, but they're literally just closets with no AC, one window, and you're just sitting there with a microphone and everything else you have on your lap.
Yeah, well, our press box in Elizabethton doesn't even really have windows. It's wooden boards that are held up by, like, you have to, like, open them up with, like, those door locks and then push the thing up and clip it on the ceiling. And there's 3 of them. And there's wooden bars in between where each thing would go. And I'm in the middle, so anything hit down the right field, and we're also kind of down the first base line. We're not right behind home plate. So anything down the right field line, if there's a double down the line, there's a bar in my way that I have to, like, look around. Now, it wasn't a problem when I was at Mason, because when I was calling basketball games, I was on the floor, and Coach Blair Lewis, shout out Coach, would always be in my way, and I'd have to do this a lot, figure out, what's going on. But... I mean, it's, yeah.
But see, that's experience. That's why you get those reps. You learn how to peer around coach, and you learn how to peer around poles. That's why that's why they pay you the big bucks.
That's right. Yeah.
It's all that improv.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. No AC in there, just fans. We max the fans up, and it feels like I called Johnson City like an Eastern Seattle because it rained for 5 days in a row. But we have a turf infield, so there's that.
Ooh, how's that? A lot of good bounces off that infield?
A lot of good bounces, yeah, a lot of good bounces. It definitely helped when it rained for about 10 minutes because we were in a slight rain delay, which if we had a non-turf infield probably would have been longer. So very fortunate for that. It's a new turf infield that they got over there, probably because I got there now. No.
Yeah, for sure, yeah, it was definitely because of you.
So upgrade the gigs.
Yes.
Dumb question. Yeah, it's like, hey, we're not going to upgrade. Hey, Brian McSweeney's on his way here. No, don't touch the fucking press box. But, hey, we need that turf infield. But so this is probably a dumb question. I'm assuming it's the turf grass, but still has dirt?
No, it's all turf.
Or is it? Oh, okay.
The entire infield is turf, yeah.
All right, so not a dumb question. That sounds like a nightmare.
It looks like dirt and grass, but it's brown turf for the dirt where the dirt would be. And then green turf. The outfield is grass, though. It's only a turf infield.
That sounds kind of tacky. Shout out Elizabethton River Riders.
That's how all the high schools are down here. They're all turf all the time, which is crazy.
I mean, it saves on watering the grass, I guess.
Yeah, and they got
dirt. I don't know.
Outfield, so.
Interesting. Oh, whatever works.
Whatever works.
All right, boys. Well, hey, let's talk a little. There's not much going on in the sports world. It's the middle of summer. There's not really much to talk about, but the basketball season's still going on. Hockey's almost over. Oh, yeah, Brian, I did want to make fun of you for your shitty fucking teams that you like. You like the Yankees. Fuck, boo.
Yeah.
You like the Calgary Flames, which we'll get to in a second. That's weird.
Yankees and the Flames.
You're from Oklahoma, so obviously you're a Sooner fan.
Yeah.
You're a Bengals fan. Also weird. And then, what basketball team do you like?
Miami Heat.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't blame you for that one. Jimmy Butler's dope, so that one you get a pass on. But what the fuck's going on with the other ones?
Well,
And being from Oklahoma is not an excuse to like Oklahoma, so don't fucking try that one.
well, I mean, even if I wasn't, almost my entire mom's side of the family is either Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. And my mom has been all things Oklahoma. We go to OU Texas every year since I was in the 7th grade. But as far as the professional teams,
That's dope.
yeah, and it's such an amazing game every year. Whether it was a 49-0 blowout or 55-48 coming back down 3 touchdowns to win it, it's a fun experience no matter what. But everything else, the Flames and the Bengals, I became fans of them in the same year. I was in 7th grade, and I was, strangely enough, I was a Bears fan before I was a Bengals fan. Not very many people know this. And
Inside scoop. Put it on the
it
banner.
just kind of, I was tired of the Bears. I was like, you know what?
I don't blame
I'm
you.
getting a new team. I'm switching to the Bengals. It had nothing. I also grew up a huge LSU fan. It had nothing to do with Burrow or anything. This was long before Burrow. One of the first fan experiences I remember as a Bengals fan was Vontaze Burfict's hit in the wild card round in the playoffs. To
The one that killed Antonio Brown?
Yeah, that hit. Yeah, that was
The one that turned his brain into soup? Into applesauce? That's crazy. And so you were like, "Fuck yeah, I love this team. These are my guys." That guy almost killed somebody. I love that. That's the type of look I want from my team.
Before that, because they started 8-0, I was like, "All right, this is my team going into this season." We started 8-0, finished like 11-5 or something. You know, didn't finish great. Wild card round, Burfict had to just kill Antonio Brown's brain. Lose on that field goal, but I stuck with him. I stuck through the 1-15 season and the 3-11-2 season, or whatever it was, in back of that. All those years were awful. To then see him good again, it's great to see. The Flames were in the same year. That just kind of happened. I don't really know how to describe that. That just kind of happened.
So are you rooting for Canada to get their first title? Or are you
No.
like, fuck Edmonton?
That was the first.
No,
Okay.
because I'm a Flames fan, and I am not.
You don't
Canadian
give
at
a
all.
fuck about Canada.
I am not Canadian at all, but I will tell people. I've told my parents this multiple times, and they laugh every single time. The Battle of Alberta, which is where Calgary and Edmonton are, is probably the greatest rivalry in hockey. Get out of my province if you're Edmonton. I'm not even Canadian. I will say
Get out. Get out of my province.
it's
All right, I like that. A little rivalry. So Connor McDavid washed. Connor McDavid overrated. That's what the streets are saying. Down 0-3.
he's a great player. I don't think he's
Can't
gonna,
win the championship.
He's going to beat Florida. No, he's not. He's not. I mean,
Yeah, that's been so disappointing. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, I mean, if they take Game 4 tonight, they're losing to Florida Game 5. It's not going any further than that.
That's how I feel about the Celtics too. I mean, they didn't win Game 4 last night, obviously, and they'll probably just go ahead and take Game 5, or at least wait till they go back to Boston. I don't know, but it's been so disappointing. I feel like these playoffs really haven't been that exciting. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention to the right parts, but I mean, the Celtics kind of ran through everybody. The West, once the Timberwolves and Mavericks series got over with, it got kind of boring. I don't know. It's like both these series are 3-0, 3-1 respectively, and there's really been no exciting moments in either like championship series.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's been too quick. I feel like, we should have something that's exciting. Like, something should be 2-2 right now, not 3-1, where it's, win or go home in Game 4, and, it's June 15th, and we're already talking about seasons being over.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get excited about Luka Doncic's fat ass like driving the lane, hitting a sick layup, but then go up by 35 points, but also knowing that he still has to win 3 more of those fucking games. There's no fucking shot, right, Brandon?
Well, what I will say, and this is probably just me trying to talk myself into being entertained by the series. If the Mavericks were to come back down 3-0, that's exactly what Game 4 needed to look like. They needed to get some belt-to-ass action going on. Kyrie got 21 points. I mean, he's got to fix whatever is going on in his head whenever he goes to Boston. But that's what it needed to look like. It's not like they just squeaked by. That was the best version of any of these teams that I've seen in the series. And so that, maybe there's some hope there. Luka gets fucking crazy when he
does, dude. He's a psychopath, dude.
I was just thinking back to that second round series with Phoenix a couple of years ago. Like when that switch got flipped, he's an animal. So hopefully that switch got flipped. I would have liked it to have flipped a little bit sooner than down 3-0, but I'll take it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's absolutely insane, and he is one of the best players in the world. I don't know how people so quickly forgot about Nikola Jokic, but he doesn't care. He's out there just hanging out with his horses, having a fucking blast. And it's been I don't know, like I said, it's been just sad. I will say that the Mavericks, I completely lost my train of thought. See what happens when you don't take your Adderall today. Well, shit.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, me too.
Working hard.
As soon as I get there, I'll let you know. Well, shit, boys. Well, oh my God, I'm freezing completely. I guess it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, basketball's been fine. Hockey's been fine. Did you guys see the news in the NFL about Baron Browning? I told you we were talking about this before the podcast started, Brandon. But so Baron Browning, Brian, if you don't know, he's apparently selling stock in himself. So people are literally investing in him in order to get a piece of his future contract, and I think they get 1% of that. So people are just giving him money now for the money he might make. And he's an edge rusher for the Denver Broncos. He's on the last year of his deal, so he's probably going to get broke off after this year. But, I mean, I watch him play a lot. I don't know if he's going to make that much money. So this is honestly a genius fucking move. I love this move because then you don't really have to do anything. I already made my money, right?
Yeah, this is news to me as of now. I'm just kind of catching up on it as we go. This is
yeah,
I
so
don't know
if like
if I've ever seen this
conversation
before.
where you're like, I wish I could buy stock in this player.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what this is.
I think everybody should buy stock in me now.
Yeah. I mean, boy, we're talking about penny stocks at this stage in the game.
Money, please.
I mean, it makes sense for Baron Browning. I mean, I feel like you dish out more money to less important things, to like money that doesn't make you money. So, see, it seems like a win. This feels kind of like one of those Ponzi schemes for the folks who are giving
hell yeah,
millionaire athlete money. Feels crazy, but hey, I mean, people gamble on anything, I guess.
No, 100%. And I don't know, dude. Like, what if he just goes off for 20 sacks this year? I'd love it because obviously I'm a Broncos fan, and he just makes like $100 million next contract, and like that's. I mean, I kind of want him to invest now because those possibilities. Like, I'm here for it. If you have anything to get my man 20 sacks this season, I'm here. Yeah, let's go. Mark my words, Baron Browning gets 20 sacks, we're winning the Super Bowl. With Bo Nix, my guy.
Well, I mean, Bo Nix is not the problem there.
One of the best quarterbacks off the board this offseason.
So I thought about sending this to you. I'm surprised I didn't, because Tyler would have shit on it and would have hurt my feelings. That's why. So I got early access to Phil Steele's magazine, and he also has his draft board, and he'll evaluate. And went back. Bo Nix was his third quarterback, and like this guy's a college football sicko. If nobody watches more ball than Phil Steele, and so if he's on board the Phil Steele train, saw a video of Bill Belichick from the draft just cooking Drake May for his shitty footwork. I don't see a video like that for Bo Nix. I don't know, man. Might be the future.
Who was your favorite quarterback off the board this offseason, Brian?
Probably Bo.
Yeah, that's my guy. Let's go. See, you know where you're at. Good call.
I'd probably say Bo Nix. Yeah.
I would probably say Bo Nix too. I don't get Caleb who?
Who? With the finger.
Gene McDaniels who?
Who?
He did just sign his contract, by the way. I didn't realize he hadn't signed it yet, but Jaden McDaniels, he's finally paid.
Yeah, either him or Jaden.
Okay. I'm here for it.